We used 2 different size holes. Cucumbers, we did the
3 1/4.
3 1/4, and then a 2.5 inch hole. All right, so all you do is make your template on your board. This keeps you from over burning, and you just use a small hand torch. And it goes pretty quick. We do have a roofing torch, I guess you would call it. And it doesn't work too well. It overkills at times. We had problems with it burning holes, bigger holes, or burning outside of the board. See how it just overkills. So we found the small hand torch works better. Our next step after getting all the holes is to set up our drip lines. Now, we had some of these last year. This is a new one. We got these from Haas Tools, and the way they work is there's a little slit. I believe it's every 12 inches. There's a little slit where the water will weep out of, and we position that right along each hole so it will water at the direct base of the plant. This does a couple of things. It allows us to not have to use a sprinkler system or something like that, so then you get a lot of moisture on the leaves, which can cause disease. And it also helps us to conserve water because we're putting it at the base of the plant right where it needs it. Now, the other thing that we do, basically the line comes in through the high tunnel from a hose that goes in the barn. This is your main line that we connect each row to. We connect it, and then we use this little tool to punch a hole in that line, pop one of these in, and then you pop the drip line into this end and secure it. Then we add this piece, which is a shut-off valve, to each row. That way we can turn rows off if need be. If they just don't need that much water. A lot of times, in particular on the outside rows, because when it rains, the water comes in and they don't need it. So last year we just did it for the end rows, but now we're going to do it for each row. So all along here, water will get in, and then this row, a lot of times, if we've had a lot of rain, it won't need water. So we did that so we weren't over watering those plants on these outside edges. We're going to see if I can show you how easy it is to poke the hole in the main line and then attach that without, I don't have my, I didn't bring my tripod out here. So I'm going to see if I can't prop it up against my leg and see what happens, right? Okay, let's see. So we take this tool and we just push there we go. And then it has this little green piece that you screw, turn it all the way up so you can push the end of the drip line over the flange, and then you screw it down over the flange. There we go. Okay, these lines are about a year old, and sometimes they get a little pinhole leak that creates like a sprinkler. Well, that's not what we want it to do. So we're gonna do a little repair work. I'll show you what we're gonna use. All right, so all you need is a roll of plain old electrical tape. You're gonna start just on one side of the pinhole, wrap it around. You're gonna go over that leak. So I'm gonna start right there. I'm gonna wrap it around. We're just gonna go over it once, and then we'll go back over it again. It'll still dribble, but it won't spray. That's the goal, is that it doesn't spray. And it's just a cheap, easy fix, so I don't have to go and cut a whole new line. Cut off that, and there you go. See, it's still dripping, but it's not spraying.